So in this particular video, you're going to learn how to compress the ball with your iron shots and hit those really nice piercing flighted iron shots. So I'm on the driving range at PGA Catalunya here in Spain. I've just finished a golf school and I'm out here on the range creating some content to hopefully help you play some better golf. And in this video, more specifically, create some better struck iron shots with more compression to give you that really nice flight that we see all the best players doing. But just before we get into that, if you're new to my channel, you're not a subscriber, it is absolutely free. There's a clickable link in the description box below. Click on that and it just means you'll be notified each time a video gets uploaded. So today's topic, we're talking about what we can do to give ourselves some better flighted iron shots. And we're going to talk about the circle, the shape of the circle, where the circle is positioned, and what that can do for your golf swing. And then obviously we're going to give you a little drill and exercise that can help you achieve that. So what do we mean by the circle? Well, effectively, you know, for every golfer that's playing this game, the golf club is moving. If we look at it from a face-on view, the golf club is moving around your body in effectively a circle shape. But everyone's circle is going to be slightly differently positioned, differently shaped, and we can start to tweak that in order to give you some better results on the course. So let's look at what we tend to see from a typical golfer who struggles with flight control, a little bit high, a little bit weak, doesn't get much distance. Well, what we would tend to find is on the downswing, that circle would tend to be quite wide on this side of the body, and then on the through side, it would tend to be quite narrow. So the circle tends to look as if it's shifted a bit more in this fashion here. When we look at the really good players, we tend to see the golf club a little bit narrower on the trail side of me. And on the through swing, we see that circle getting extended and pushed much further away from me. So if we look at those two side by side, the circles aren't necessarily different shapes, but they're very differently positioned relative to the body. The high handicapper circle gets shifted sort of away from the target, and the really good player tends to shift that circle towards the target. So we're going to get you to think about that, and we're going to get you to think about where the club head is relative to you in order to help you hit better shots. So if I wanted to hit a really bad strike, really high ball flight, I'm going to try and get the golf club on the downswing as far away from me as I can, and on the through swing, I'm going to get the club as close to me as I can. You can see that grip is almost touching my side. So if I did that, if I got the club away from me and narrow, first of all, it feels like I really struggle to generate any speed. And second of all, the contact feels pretty terrible. I'm going to get the ground before the ball, or I'm really going to just use the lowest part of the club, which isn't great. So what we'd like to do is try and get the opposite feeling, try and have my golf swings where I feel like the golf club is a little narrower to me on this side and a little further away from me on this side. Now, there's very often a few things that have to happen within the body and the rotation to help that be achieved, but we don't really want to think too much in this little exercise. We want to just try and create a feeling, a concept, and use a little bit of your skill to help you create that. So what I'd love you to do in the exercise is take a starting position, set a bit of weight onto your lead side, doesn't have to be a huge amount, and I want you to feel like whilst we rotate the body, we get the golf club working fairly close to me because I've created a fairly early wrist hinge. Bearing in mind this is a drill rather than your actual swing. But then I'm going to try and rotate, strike the ball and get the golf club as far away from me as I can. So I'm really going to try and extend that golf club away. Notice how when I'm doing this, I'm still maintaining some control in my shoulders. I'm not trying to get that golf club as far away from me as I can by just really stretching this way and losing that relationship between my upper arms and my body. So I really want to maintain that connection as I'm trying to create that extension. So it's going to look a little bit like this. You're going to take a setup, a little bit of weight left, get the club pretty close to you on the backswing, and then far away from you on the downswing. And hopefully you've picked up that ball flight, but it was pretty low. It came right at the middle of the club, and that's exactly what I want to see from that exercise. A well struck, great feeling golf shot, which flies pretty low. The reason it flies pretty low is because I'm probably trying to exaggerate that movement a little bit, and it's also got slightly lower speed, which tends to drop the flight down. So this is a drill. We're not going to get you to hit balls on the course this way, but you're starting to create the sensation of the club being very close to you here, and as you rotate through, it extends away. If you're a really poor, inconsistent ball striker, you are almost certainly going to have the opposite happening. The club too far away from you this side, and then too close to you this side. So start to think about the shape of your circle and trying to shift that circle more forwards, this little drill is going to help you do that. And if we can get the circle to look differently relative to you, we can start to change how well you strike the ball and ultimately how well the ball flies through the air. So try that drill. Let me know in the comments box whether it worked for you. Share this video with someone you think can benefit from this, and also give it a thumbs up if you did like this video. As we said right at the start, there is a subscribe button in the description. There's also one over here. And a huge thank you to PJ Catalunya. This place is absolutely stunning. The 2 courses here are unbelievably good, and the restaurants and facilities are superb as well. So if you're in the Barcelona area, highly recommend checking this place out. Thank you for watching. We'll hopefully see you back here again soon.